We are live right now. It's awesome. Like, I'm in my house. This is crazy. And I'm talking in a mic, and it's going out to the world from my basement. And Buzz is in an iron lung, and he's at it. I'm sorry about that. I want to tell everybody, but because they'll feel sorry for you.
No, they won't. He got what he deserves. That's what they'll say.
Is there anyone else alive out there? Jimmy Mack used to be with us. He passed away 2 weeks ago. I think. I'm not sure.
We got tape on him.
Yeah. He was the keeper of the archives. He was.
I miss him already.
Yeah, it's awesome. So you talk in a mic, and then the mic goes to Buzz's house, then Jimmy Maggie goes to his house, then it goes to your house. Everybody should be happy. Come on, man. Let's do it, lady. Come on.
I just want you to know that I miss you and I love you. Can't wait for this shit show to be over so that I can touch people, drink with people, and have the best life ever.
Well, I don't think it's going to be over, lady, so you can get back out on that porch and start screaming. It ain't ever going to be over. That's the way I see it.
Saturday Morning Live with Jonathan Brandmeier. He's staying in his house. Saturday Morning Live.
Yeah.
Brandmeier.com.
Nice read, buddy, whoever you are on the voicemail at 833 Loon Live. Johnny B up in here. What's up? We're going to try to have a little surprise here. A lot of people like this song. I'll give you just a taste of it. A lot of people who have sent us emails, brandmeiershow@gmail.com. Oh, I'm your host, Jonathan Brandmeier. That is over there. That's Buzz Kilman. And this is the Brandmeier Broadcast System. This is the Brandmeier Broadcast System. Unfiltered and free in the air everywhere. You get a podcast. Or in this case, you're streaming us, baby. You ain't dreaming, it's streaming. People sometimes don't know. That's the stream, because the stream kind of goes 24/7 with all the different episodes playing on that stream that you're listening to now, if you're listening to it live. And sometimes it goes, is it live? Is it not live? Hold on a second. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Hey, Johnny, Buzz, how are you?
How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm calling from Phoenix, Arizona.
What day is it? What time is it and what day is it so these people know we're live? Go ahead.
It's 8:08 a.m. here in Phoenix. Today is Saturday, August 15th, 2020.
Right. You got a mask on?
Yes, sir.
All right. You sound good. You're talking right through a mask. You sound pretty good.
You put a mask on just to make the phone call.
That's right, because he knows we spread germs. He knows it. What's your name?
David Nelson.
Hey, David, how are you, brother? Nice talking to you. What can I do for you today from Phoenix, Arizona? The land of the loons, the original loons right there.
Hey, you're doing it, man. You guys are doing it. It's awesome to hear you guys on the air, man. It really is.
I think
I'm an old-timer. I'm from Illinois, so I know you guys from way back. You guys used to come out and do shows in Libertyville, Illinois, and Graves Lake, Illinois. You did a show years ago. So, yeah.
You don't have to remind us. We know what we did. Well, actually, you do have to remind us. In some cases, you do have to remind us what we did. But then again, it doesn't matter. Now, listen to me. So in Phoenix, how are things in Phoenix? Because there seemed to be a lot of lockdown tension in that place.
Yes, yeah. We got hit with a second round of the pandemic here, and we're just locked down and just trying to be safe, and do what we're supposed to do so we can hopefully get this past us so we can move on, and start doing the things we're used to doing,
That's right. Year 2022 should look very good for all of us. There's no question about it. In the meantime,
stay home, you son of my bitch. Watch TV, go make a sandwich. Got a lot of bullshit on Netflix.
That's right.
Stay home, you son of my bitch.
Yeah.
Stay home,
you son of a bitch.
Stay home, you son of my bitch.
Those guys. That's right. Those guys. Uncle Louie. Those guys. A lot of people have heard this song on the show. These guys, they say, can you get that song? Can you play that song, the Stay at Home? All the Italians that I know, can you send me that song that you play with the Italians? So we're going to get them up on Zoom, Lou Greco and Carlo, and they're going to perform Stay at Home live. Stay at Home. Yeah, they're going to perform that song live here. So,
exciting.
For me, I mean, for me, it's awesome. But, you know, to me, every time I try and do Zoom, it's always an experience. We will also be hearing from Jim Belushi today, who has a pot farm. A pot farm, a 93-acre pot farm, and a new show on Discovery Channel talking about it, growing Belushi.
He sounds like he's in heaven.
In heaven. He's on the Rogue River. He's growing weed. He's on a mission from God. That's what he is. He's on a mission from God. So we're going to try to get those guys up. I'll just start. You know what I'll do? I have to start this meeting, and then they just jump in whenever they jump in. So we sent them a link. Let's see here. I can't wait to see what these guys look like. Yeah, hold on. I better get a different background. I don't like this background.
I have to get some kind of a Zoom thing.
I know.
I have to see this stuff.
Yeah, it's weird, though, because, like, I don't want to see you.
I don't, and I'm not really that interested in seeing you.
You see what I mean? People think that sounded weird. It's not. We've never seen each other when we work. We're always in different studio doors or whatever. And just, I don't want to see you. So you can have the Zoom, but you got to turn your camera off so I don't see it. Or I'll turn you off.
The thing is, I'm really, I don't like to be on TV at all. Zoom, whatever.
Yeah.
Computer, I don't like it.
I don't really like it either.
You love it. Come on.
No. Wait, no.
I see you step up.
No. Zoom. Wait, Zoom I'm talking about. Zoom.
Well,
I don't like that.
I don't even know how that works. I just know that, I don't want to be worried about my personal appearance while I'm doing the show.
Right, exactly. But everybody else looks like crap. Like, I just got to throw a sweatshirt on, put a baseball hat on, come out. It doesn't matter.
I guess.
Just look like crap. Doesn't matter. And everybody looks like crap on TV except for on the Zoom now. How do you grow? Everybody's got a 9-foot beard. I don't understand that. You can still shave if you're on a Zoom. Why? Just because you're staying at home, you don't have to shave or clean up? It's ridiculous.
I think you have to make an effort. I think if you don't take care of your personal appearance, you go down the drain eventually.
It doesn't make any sense why you would not want to just clean up a little bit.
I mean, I consider the cats when I'm getting dressed.
Why?
Because they see me. They're the only ones that see me.
They do see you.
It's like
they do see
and
you.
I think, are they going to laugh at me because I'm wearing these stupid shorts? Probably. Maybe I'll put something else.
Right.
I mean, I actually think that.
No, but you should get, that's the thing they always say, pretend you're going to work, pretend you're in it. You're already doing it. Get cleaned up, for God's sake. Don't sit around there with your hand on your pants. Wait for later.
And you can do that if you're well dressed, if you want to.
I've been doing it, waiting around to go on Saturday mornings. I love that. I've been writing poetry. I'm going to write one. I'm going to give you something right now that I did write as I was at a Starbucks and at the drive-thru, and they hand you a cup. They hand you the cup with the cup in it, and I took the cup that they give me you hear what I'm saying? They give you a real mug, but they put the cup in it so they don't touch your cup.
Right.
And in the drive-thru, and I started to drive away with the real cup. And she goes, hey, wait a minute, come back here. So I thought, okay, I would just a quick little thought that I jotted down when I got out of the drive-thru. Today I find the mask useful, along with sunglasses, to hide my tear-streaked face, not wanting to scare the barista who has enough to deal with behind their own mask.
Oh.
Come on, man. That's beautiful.
Well, it's almost there. I have a feeling you missed a natural rhyme at the end.
Go ahead. Wait. Today I find the mask useful along with the sunglasses. You're going to finish it for me, mister. Okay.
I know, because I don't remember what you said.
Okay, well, I'll stop when I get to the end, and you go ahead, whatever comes to your head. Today I find the mask useful along with sunglasses to hide my tear-streaked face, not wanting to scare the barista who has enough to deal with behind their own mask.
Yeah, you're right on. I misheard it.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
didn't hear it correctly.
And first of all, an artist doesn't get. You don't tell me what to. You know what I mean? If you write poetry like I do for a living,
right.
you don't.
That's why we're all starving.
What do you do for a living? Johnny B writes poetry. Oh, no wonder you guys are broke.
And then we go on the air and talk about it.
Yeah. Come on now, tighten up. Oh, wait, okay. Now that we're in the poetry, let me just give you one more, all right? This isn't about the COVID, but that, of course, has affected our whole life. But let me just give you one more and see what you think about it. Just a quick one. At about the age of 8, my father gave me a fishing pole. A girly one, pretty, like an accessory. Bright blue stripes. How I loved it.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
You see it?
Yep.
It's like it's just something that came to me. I realized that he gave me a woman's fishing pole, but I didn't care because he gave it to me.
Don't overanalyze. Or gargle.
Everybody remember now, write some of these phrases down. They're very important. Don't overanalyze nor gargle. It's very serious. Okay, can I, on this program, I do not like to get political in any form or fashion because it doesn't even matter anymore. It really doesn't matter. Everybody's fighting everybody. Everybody hates everybody. We got it. But I want to tell you something right now. What's the most important thing? That we find a vaccine to cure us from whatever this disease is. Fake, real, who cares? Doesn't matter. It's a disease. I have to stay in the house. Now, I read the story that says Lake Titicaca's endangered scrotum frog could be on its last legs. Scientists hope to change that. Now you're saying, oh, Johnny, did you read some kind of stupid-ass website? No, CNN reports a group of international scientists are joining forces to save the endangered species, the scrotum frog. The world's largest aquatic frog. Their loose skin creates folds and flaps, which earn them the nickname scrotum frog. They live only near Lake Titicaca.
And where's that?
See? It's across the border of Peru and Bolivia. If you don't know your geography, I do.
Apparently not.
Because I used to run weed over Peru and Bolivia with Jim Belushi.
Right.
These scrotum frogs are considered endangered due to over-harvesting of human consumption.
People are eating scrotum frogs?
You heard me. Authorities around the world have been worried for years about the scrotum frog's decline. Now here's where it becomes political, ladies and gentlemen, and here's where I have to make a statement. Now a number of scientific and wildlife institutions are launching a project to preserve the remaining frogs, and scientists are working around the clock to make that happen. Now you listen to me, scientists, scrotum frog lovers. Put that shit down right now. I don't care if every scrotum frog in the world dies tonight. I do not care. Oh, that's right. I don't give a shit if the scrotum frog from Lake Titicaca is dead. I do not care. What I care about is all those scientists in Peru and Bolivia and around the world that are studying these stupid frogs. Why don't you get your ass into a laboratory and come up with a fix for COVID-19 so we can all get out of here and live our lives? Live our lives. We are not scrotum frogs. We are human beings. Okay, now, I know what you're all saying. I get it. Hey, Johnny, that's great. You said something political. You're right that we should have scientists focus on one thing, and that one thing should be curing whatever disease this is, this pandemic. And then the other half of you, Group B, I know what you're saying. Brandmeier, I know you. I know this show. And the only reason you're doing this story is because there's two words in it. Lake Titicaca and scrotum frog. And Group B, you are correct. Thank you very name is Johnny Bell, and I can talk just as well as I can sing and dance. Oh, I wish I could get on the Zoom now. How come they're not looking at me? Nobody's looking at me. 10:15. It says the party's supposed to start at 10:15. Yeah. The guys I'm waiting for these guys to join us right now. Uncle Lou Greco and Carlo.
What do they do again? What do they do?
These guys.
Watch TV, go make
a sandwich. Got a lot of bullshit on Netflix. Stay home, you son of my bitch. Yeah. Stay home, you son of my bitch.
Stay home, you son of my bitch.
And one of them actually is playing that. Yeah, that accordion.
That accordion, that is correct. One's the accordion. I don't know what I don't know who plays. Lou plays who knows? Their Uncle Louie.
You're going to get to see that.
I guess, but they're not coming in now. It's 10:16. You know what could have happened? And it's probably my fault. When you start... Sometimes I hear things in my head before they come out of my mouth, and I literally go, why are you about to say that?
Sometimes you don't hear it before it comes out of your mouth.
That's a correct, boss.
Why did I say that?
Sometimes I wish I had heard it before it came out, and then I didn't hear it. Okay. Maybe the fact that we were discussing the Lake Titicaca scrotum frogs, maybe these frogs are important to them. Maybe these frogs meant something to Lou Greco and Carlo Russo, Uncle Louie. I don't know. I don't see him. Hey, we're going to get on with this guy, but he's busting shit about the fucking the scrotum frogs. Yeah, you heard him? What's that guy's name again? Come here. We have a pet scrotum frog. What's his name?
Red.
Yeah, I got a talking scrotum frog.
Red.
That's right. Maybe that's what it was. I don't see it. Just a second once. Hey, rerun. Paging rerun. Where are those guys? I'll wait for them. Maybe they're already here.
I mean, it's highly unlikely they decided at the last minute not to make the appearance.
Because of the scrotum frog. Right. Yeah, I got to tell you something. I love the scrotum. I don't know. But here's the weird thing about that story. People eat the scrotum frog. You call something the scrotum frog, I'm not eating it. But, there is some truth to the fact. What I'm saying is, look, come on, listen, these scientists, I don't know what these people pay you. If the scrotum frog's gone tomorrow, who cares? Does anybody care?
Somebody cares.
Who cares?
Well, the scientists care.
Why? Why do they care? No, help me out here.
You'd have to ask the scientists. I don't know. The people around Lake Titicaca or whatever.
It's Titicaca between Peru and Bolivia. You want to learn something on the show, you got to pay attention.
Well, those people, they must have some feelings for the scrotum frog.
Okay. Do you not think that a scientist who has all the time in the world to come up with something good for the world, for the universe, a helpful thing that could save all these people just croaking left and right? Oh, no pun intended, by the way. No, that was no pun. No. If something's going to croak, it should be a scrotum frog. And I don't mean... I don't mean listen, don't kill the talking scrotum frog that says my name. You can keep that one... Yes, keep this one alive. All right. You know what I'll do? I'll just roll on until I see the screen light up with the stay-at-home boys. Until then.
And let's not forget the scrotum frog, I believe you said was the largest frog in the world.
No, I did not.
No?
No.
I thought you did.
Hold on. Just a second.
Yes, I'm calling. I heard the gentleman talking about the Lake Titicaca scrotum frog. And I think he just said that story to say the words Titicaca and
Oh, man. We got to get out of here. I'm going stir crazy. Okay. No, but they said authorities and conservationists around the world have been worried for years about the frog's decline. The population fell by 80%.
Go before that.
Okay. A group of international scientists, endangered species, scrotum frog, live near Lake Titicaca, world's largest entirely aquatic frog.
There you go. Thank you very much.
So what? They don't. Who cares?
Well, the world's largest. Don't we care about the world's largest
Why?
anything?
Why? No, maybe, okay, even 10 years ago I wouldn't have cared about them, but why do I care about them now? I want a cure for whatever it is that ails us. Let's get it done. Get her done! Who has time to sit around? Let's say I'm a scientist that knows how to do things with medicine, that can fix things, etc., right?
Right.
Okay. I wouldn't, if I'm in the lab right now and I'm working on, hey, what do you got to do there, Stan? Well, they got me working on the Titicaca scrotum frog cure. Wait, there's COVID, man. There's $1 billion in this, dude. What are you wasting your time with a scrotum frog for? That's what I would say.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Right.
That's how I would feel working in the lab.
Right. And you'd be right.
I would be right. You come to me and say, hey, listen, you can work on the COVID, which could, literally come up a $1 billion payday for you.
And save the world.
And save the entire universe. Or you want to be known as the guy, here's your funeral. And we want to give, I remember when Dr. Jonathan Brandmeier came up with a vaccine to save the Titicaca scrotum frog. See, even the guy giving my eulogy wouldn't be able to say it with a straight face.
And I think, is that a vaccine that the frog would take to prevent the decline? Or how does that work?
They got to line them up. They line them up, and then they give them a shot, and then they stick the Q-tip in their noses, and they make them, oh, come on. It's the second. Yeah, 833-5JB show. That is the number, 833-5JB show. You want it live? Then call. Go ahead. Give us a call. Go ahead.
Hey, maybe the scrotum frog contains the key to curing COVID. Think about it.
Say it again before you see you hang up. See, dude, you call with a smart-ass comment and you hang up with no follow-up to what you're saying. That's just a pussy call. Hello, go ahead, please.
John, what are you, fucking 12? A scientist is a scientist, yeah. Is a musician a musician? Hey, Buzz, you play harmonica? Get up there and play the drums. Jesus, fuck.
See, another guy just hanging up. Are you people seriously defending the scientists who want to cure a scrotum frog versus us? You're all stupid. You heard me. Stupid. Didn't they hang?
Let it hang there.
And then they hang up. Well, okay, that's the way you feel about it. Yeah, makes sense, I guess. I'm easily back down, I guess. Okay, fine. Okay. Just a second, once. Buzz,
I'd give anything to see a picture of a scrotum frog. Is there no way to get that?
Yeah, sure. Just type it. Type it in. Google it right now. Type in scrotum frog, and you can see it. It looks like a guy's sack. It looks like a sack with legs. That's what it looks like. Exactly. Thus the title. Go Google it. Jimmy Mack, can you send Buzz a picture of a scrotum frog?
Maybe I got it here. Maybe I got it.
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Salamanca. I don't know where these guys are. I know you like Italian people. I got it.
Did you know there was a scum frog?
Yep.
I must have misspelled it.
Did you guys know what?
Oh, wait. I got it.
Yeah, Buzz, what is it?
Well, it's a funny-looking frog.
There it is.
It is. One funny-looking frog.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness.
Does it look like a scrotum?
I'd have to see it from a different angle, but it could well look like a scrotum.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Oh, man.
See? Is that what you think it looks like?
Well, here's oh, man.
What are you seeing, Buzz? Share it with the class.
Well, a lot of different pictures of the scrotum frog, and some of them are pretty darn funny. It doesn't look very large. It looks kind of small.
Yeah.
But you have to start somewhere, and small would be where you start.
Why save it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now a side view, and I see this. What they call it, the scrotum frog, because it looks like a scrotum.
Oh, hey.
It's 20 inches long.
Because it looks like a scrotum. Wait a minute. I just admitted these guys. I just admitted the Italian guys.
They're here with their
I don't know
accordion?
It says, how you guys doing?
You see him?
Hey, look at this guy. Look at these guys. Your song is awesome, man. People are loving that song.
Thank you.
There they are. I don't know. So you're Lou Greco. Lou Greco. Yeah, raise your hand, Lou. And Carlo Russo. Carlo,
Right here.
how you doing? How you guys doing? We thought you might be offended by the discussion of the Lake Titicaca scrotum frog.
Oh, God, no. We talk about that all the time. Yeah, it's all the time.
Well, they say
my mother just was talking about it. I got a tattoo of it.
Come up with a song, would you?
Wait a minute. Wait, you said your mother's got a tattoo of the Lake Titicaca scrotum frog. The guys that did this song. These are the guys that did song, ladies and gentlemen. Uncle Louie Variety Show on Facebook. Lou Greco, Carlo Russo. Here they are. You see it on Netflix. Okay, these are the guys we're talking to, Lou and Carlo. Now, this song it just lends itself to such, like, I have an Italian wife, Italian father-in-law who passed away, but he was a ball buster. And you guys, just your song is exactly in that vein. So I thought, these guys cannot be real. You guys are real.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're real.
They're real and they're disappointed.
You gotta, that one song, if you go into our YouTube channel and you see everything that we've done, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, it's all about old school Italian and broken English and what we grew up with. We celebrate growing up Italian and what we grew up with. That's all we heard.
Hey, you guys, sing a little something like this. Sing a stay-at-home thing a little bit here, but bring up my mother-in-law's name, Millie. She's in a nursing home, and with the nursing home situation, people out there know this. You cannot see these people. They got to wheel them out and they put them in a tent. Right? It's horrible. It's horrible. She's really despondent. She's 92. So can you got maybe a little Italian song you could do for Millie for us? Just a little bit.
Louis,
what?
Let's do this one. I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Let's do something.
Do a little bit of it, and I'll stop you. Just do a little bit of it.
She's a good time of the no potato lay on the Utah. Can't believe that girl I choose that clothes.
Yeah, that's nice. Now, I think you're saying something about a whore, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a very nice woman that goes to church every week.
Wait, so she's a whore who goes to church every week.
She's a hoary whore. Yes, very godly whore.
Wow, that seems fantastic. I'm sure Millie my mother-in-law will be like, what are they singing? What is that? Is that about a whore in church? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. There's no question about that. She speaks Italian. Like all my Italian friends, they're all, hey, can you send me that song those guys did about the staying at home, son of a bitch?
It's great because everybody gets something out of it. You know what I mean? Wherever you fall, that song is, it hits you just right. It's funny. There's some sense to it, and then there's some nonsense.
Yeah, that's right. We love it all. We love it all. Like, try to do that one live, and then we'll let you guys go and do whatever you do. But they sang the Millie. And by the way, you do say "son of a bitch."
Yeah, son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
It's basically what old school guys like my dad would feel about COVID, or would feel about all the videos that we do. Is basically how old school Italians react to the different situations of today. Yeah. And that's what makes it funny, because people are like, they're missing their grandfather, their nonnos, their fathers, we're losing those guys. Right. And those women. And when something comes up like this, like, oh my God, that's what Nonno would have said.
That's brilliant the way you bring that up, because you're right. Because I was literally hearing that and thinking my father-in-law, Angelo, would have been, I ain't the what this state, the fuck. That's exactly correct.
My dad would have been like, if he watched the news and sees all these spikes and everything else, he would have been like, well, why don't they sit home with the son of a bitch? Why? Stay home. What's the matter with you? You don't got to go war. You don't got to shoot to nobody, just to stay home and watch TV and shut up.
That's exactly
Even though he hated staying home. Right.
That's exactly right. Let me ask you this thing, because I was talking about this with the old lady. And I said, well, let's say Angelo were alive. He was very cantankerous, just like you said, just like, hey, I don't take any bullshit. I'm not. Don't believe. Would your father, your Italian father, or grandfather in this case, whatever it is, would they wear a mask?
Yes, my father wears a mask.
Yeah. They
would, because
your mother wears one.
It's just because he doesn't want to do anything to spread it. That's why he'll say, stay home and shut up. You know, you got to go out. My father would have wore a hazmat.
Yeah, okay. All right. Because I don't think Angela would have. I just, for some reason, let me just find this. I'm going to give you just one taste of my father-in-law. This is him. He's telling me I got to go back on the radio because everybody thinks I'm dead. and this is how here he talks.
I've been trying to tell you that for 3 weeks, Numbnuts.
I've been trying to tell you. That's how he called me Numbnuts. Come on, Numbnuts. Yeah, people think you're dead. Numbnuts. Hey, this is how he talks.
I've been trying to tell you that for 3 weeks, Numbnuts.
Yeah, that's my father-in-law.
Numbnuts.
He's always got, and I don't know about you guys, but the Italians that I have around me and had around me always had an angle to something. I go to dinner with my father-in-law. My father-in-law would say, "Oh, what'd you pay for that wine?" I go, "Don't worry about it. I'm picking up the tab." He goes, "What'd you pay for it?" I go, "Don't worry about it." And he say, I can get you a whole case of that wine for what you paid for it. And
that's normal. They always have deals. That's normal.
Is that right?
I used to sell commercial fitness equipment and retail fitness equipment, okay? In my store, my father was a welder for 30 years. He would walk in my store with customers sitting in the store going, "What's this shit? Look at it weld. That's a shit job, but what they pay $1,000 for this shit? Forget it. I'm not going to do that. Dad, get out. Get out of my store."
I'm telling you, it's just weird that you have captured that exactly. Now, when I think about it, the way you set it up is the stay-at-home song is exactly the way Angela would have taken it, and all the Italian dudes would take it. But it's funny.
It's just the attitude that you bring to it. The old school guys bring to whatever comes up.
Yeah.
You know, if there's something else that comes up, if there's, I think right now with the politicians, the right and left, we're not political. We don't put anything political on our show.
Same here.
My father would have been like, "That's disgusting. Both them. They're full of shit to both sides."
See, you're right. That's it. Either are we. We don't do it because you're right. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Right. Yeah.
That's right. Listen, we got to make a note of this. We got to get you guys to a live show. We got to get you guys so we can actually hear you, see you sing. But let's try to sing "Stay Home You Son of a Bitch."
Stay home, you son of
a bitch.
Watch TV and go make a sandwich. Got a lot of bullshit on Netflix. Oh my, you son of a bitch. Stay home, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. You guys, nice talking to you. It was a pleasure meeting you dudes.
Good to see ya.
All right, Lou.
Love you, man.
Love you, brothers. There they go.
Minchia di mare. Dick of the sea.
Right.
Stay home, you son of a bitch.
I like those dudes. We gotta get out live. I gotta get out of here live.
Got a lot of bullshit on Netflix.
Stay home, you son of a bitch. Stay home, you son of a bitch. Lou Greco, Carlo Russo.
Stay home, you son of a
The Uncle Louie boys.
And taking on more this COVID-19. Was I think this shit gonna stop? But nobody listening, they go to the bar. Stay you house, shut up. Stay home, you son of my bitch. Watch TV and go make a sandwich. Got a lot of bullshit on Netflix. Stay home, you son of my bitch. Italy had him bad for a long time, but the people that do things right. 3 months to stay home with their family. They drink and they dance every night. Stay home, you son of my bitch. Watch TV and go make a sandwich. Got a lot of bullshit on Netflix. Stay home, you son of my bitch. Florida, California, Texas, Duty, Corona all over the place. They come in New York, they go quarantine. It's no, I'm gonna punch you right in the face. Stay home, you son of my bitch. Watch TV and go make a sandwich. Got a lot of bullshit on Netflix. Stay home, you son of my bitch. Stay home, you son of my bitch. Stay home, you son of my bitch.
son of a bitch.
The Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Daddy,
This is the new Not Normal.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Shit show. I said shit show.
Let's go.
Shit show. I said shit show.
8335JB show. Let's go. Okay, let's go. 8335JB show. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
The quarantine is my lifestyle. I experience almost no inconvenience.
Think about it.
Shit show. I said shit show.
Think about it.
Shit show. I said shit show.
Think about it.
8335JB show. Let's go.
Yeah, I'd go back to doing some radio and quit fucking around with each other.
Maybe. Think about it.
You think about it. We're doing a show. Jimmy Belushi from the ranch, growing Belushi. Discover it on the Discovery Channel. He'll talk about his pot farm as he grows weed for a living on a mission from God. Now, let's see here. Where do we leave off? Last week, I believe we were talking about Smash Mouth and the Sturgis party. They were going to play at the Sturgis motorcycle rally, the largest rally of motorcycle gathering in the world. And Smash Mouth was one of the headliners there.
Smash Mouth is facing backlash for performing in front of hundreds of Smash Mouth is facing backlash for performing in front of hundreds of people who didn't have on masks. So this is at the Sturgis motorcycle rally. One of the band members can even be heard saying to the crowd, F coronavirus.
Yeah. So they came out and the guy, the lead singer of Smash Mouth, they went crazy as they handed that motorcycle rally. They went crazy, yelling at the guys. They were yelling. Where's the one where they're yelling at? Yeah, this is the one I want. There it is. That's what I'm looking for right here. So they're on stage. Well, you do know Smash Mouth, right, Buzz?
You know, I know there is a Smash Mouth. I can't hear their music.
Okay, okay, hold on. Here we go. Give me a little taste of it. Stop.
That's Smash Mouth?
Yeah.
All right. I know Smash Mouth.
There you go. Okay. So we know what they did. So they're out there. They're in concert at the...
They're very good.
They're headlining the music festival at Sturgis. Okay, you got that?
Yeah.
This is also Smash Mouth. They're criticized on social media for the fact that they did not hear the CDC guidelines. The pandemic rages. Smash Mouth, one of several bands. Here's the lineup, by the way, at Sturgis. At the motorcycle gathering. Smash Mouth, Night Ranger, 38 Special, and Quiet Riot. Yeah! Let's go.
That's a good lineup.
It's a good lineup. Rock, baby. Most of the attendees were not wearing masks or adhering to social distancing. Did you think they were going to?
Yeah.
Come on now. Use your brains. So,
are you Hell's Angels? Come on, let's go.
Mask. Hey, let's listen. We are not going on until you people put on your mask. Why are we fighting? Can you imagine if the Sturgis did that? Instead, here's what the singer Steve Harwell yelled from the stage.
You throw one more piece of shit on fucking stage, I'm gonna come find your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass, whoever the fuck you are out there, okay? You wanna be a badass? Come up here, come on. Walk your badass up here, come on. Come on stage.
Wait a minute. This isn't from Sturgis. Where's this one from? Mac, where's this one from?
Taste of Fort Collins.
But wait a minute. Where's the one where they're yelling at Sturgis?
I don't know one at Sturgis. I just know of the Fort Collins.
Okay. So in other words, the point of this is they've done this before. He gets angry at the crowd for whatever reason, and he yells at the crowd. Now we're all here. Yeah.
Yeah, not in Sturgis.
No, he didn't yell at them. He didn't yell at them. He was yelling at COVID. Robin Meade, back to you. What happened there?
Smash Mouth is facing backlash for performing in front of hundreds of people who didn't have on masks. So this is at the Sturgis motorcycle rally. One of the band members can even be heard saying to the crowd, F coronavirus.
That's it. He was yelling at the coronavirus. Right. F it, we don't need to wear a mask, whatever it was. But I want to hear him yelling in Fort Collins now. Now I've piqued my interest on this one. Let's hear this.
You throw one more piece of shit on fucking stage, I'm going to come find your ass. I'm going to beat your ass, whoever the fuck you are out there, okay? You want to be a badass? Come up here. Come on. Walk your badass up here. Come on. Come on stage. Come on stage, badass. Come on. Come on stage. You bring your ass on stage, whoever's throwing shit at me, I will tell you right now, I will beat the fuck out of you.
Wow.
I'd pay to hear that.
Yeah, I would pay to see. I wouldn't even want to hear one hit from them. I'd rather say, hey, we're going to do our next songs where we yell at you. I hope you like it. No, I mean, that's weird. You know, we had the only time we really had stuff thrown at us ever as a band, I don't even know where it was. Do you know?
Poplar Creek.
Poplar Creek when we opened for Molly Hatchet. Thanks a lot, Loop bosses. Got a great idea. What is it? Free tickets, Poplar Creek, for you and your band. I just get to town. Johnny and the Legions. We just get to town. We weren't even on the air for a month. Not even a month. Hey, I tell you what you're going to do. We're going to have you open for Molly Hatchet.
Right. Oh, everybody loves Molly Hatchet.
Yeah. Oh, what's Molly Hatchet? Oh, they're nice. You like them.
Right.
You get out there. It's 10,000 people. And I'm up there singing, why is the snow red in Mud Lake, Idaho? And the Moo Moo song. And my brother Michael's playing the bass at that point. And all of a sudden I see a bottle come flying past his head. Then I see a can. Then all of a sudden we look out and there's 10,000 people flipping us the bird.
They caught on.
Right.
Caught on.
Oh my God. Can you imagine if I had stopped and said, wait a minute, and did what Steve Harwell, the lead singer of Smash Mouth, was doing?
You're a pussy punk bitch, okay? You're ruining the show for thousands of people right now because I'm going to walk off stage and guess what? You're paying for it, motherfucker, okay?
I'm going to walk off stage. I'll tell you what, Molly Hatchet fans, I'm going to walk off stage. Thank you. They would be like, yes. They would love it if I were to walk off stage. Wow, that was a tough crowd.
They threw coins also.
Yep. No. That's the wrong show. Wrong show.
What show was that?
They threw money at Danny Bonaducci.
Oh.
We had Danny Bonaducci out with us because he was dead, broke, and starving.
Right.
That's how we all came into the Danny Bonaducci world. We brought him in to the world. Okay? We went on stage. And we were saying we just need to collect money. We collected Spam, and we collected like 10,000 cans of Spam for him to eat. And then they started throwing money up on stage, and Danny, was picking it up. He was running around picking it up, being funny. It was hilarious. So, yes, there's two times. One, they were throwing money. That was for Danny. And two, they were throwing anything they could get their hands on, and that was for us. That
was scary, too.
It was pretty scary, but I do remember, and I also had my brother Jimmy on that show. He came out dressed in a cow costume when we did the Moo Moo song, and he was getting pelted, and we were hiding behind the amps. We went behind the stack of amps because we just didn't want to get thrown at it anymore.
Right.
Well, that was a good show. Yeah, great. Thanks a lot. Yeah, everybody knows you now. Oh, great. Thank you. No thanks. Back to Steve Harwell yelling.
Right now, and I'm going to find you out. Okay. Somebody throw something at me. If you're mad, you throw something.
He's asking them, hey, somebody throw something at me.
I mean, at some point somewhere, he did grab somebody out of the audience, I'm imagining. I mean, he seems to be looking to do it each and every show.
He's definitely trying.
At some point, somebody got up.
Yeah, somebody must have said, "Wait a minute, okay, I'll come up there with you.
I'll come up and kick your ass." How about that?
I'm gonna walk out there and beat the fucking shit out of you. You little pussy bitches. You're a bunch of pussy bitches.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what's the sign of a good band with Smash Mouth?
They don't stop.
The drummer kept playing. Boom,
That's right.
boom, boom, pow.
So it's all entertainment.
Boom, boom, pow. Yeah. Hey, this is the part in the show where Steve Harwell, the lead singer of Smash Mouth, yells at us. Boom, 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 pow, boom, 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 pow. F COVID.
Somebody once told me the virus was baloney. He ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. I was feeling kind of numb with a burning in the lungs, and I said, I don't think that it's COVID.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, the chills start coming and they don't stop coming. Feel short of breath like I just went running. Didn't make sense to stay home, no fun. Instead went out and infected everyone. So much to test, so much to lick. So what's wrong with my little droplets? You never know if you don't test. Why do I feel pain in my chest? Hey now, we're contagious, we're in Sturgis, no mask. Hey now, you're a biker, we're all sharing one flask. This is worse than the flu.
Yeah.
I'll be seeing you in the ICU.
There it is. How much do you think Smash Mouth gets for an appearance? I have it right here in front of me.
Oh, I have no idea.
Take a guess now. Here's the band Smash Mouth. They had, just so you know, they had a string of hits in the 90s. They had Hey Now You're an All-Star. They had, let's see, what else they have? They were on this Shrek soundtrack. They did I'm a Believer on the Shrek soundtrack.
Still making money on that.
Yep. So what do you think they made on... I'm
going to say $40,000.
Incorrect. They make $29,500, and they always make it because I know when they tried to play around the Chicago area, there was a story about what the actual guys paid them. And it was $30,000, so they took less at $29,500 in Sturgis. Because probably the Harley guys, the Hells Angels, just said, "Here's what you're going to take." Oh, yeah, sounds
They're
good.
great negotiators.
Yeah, so
Hells Angels.
yeah, very good. Let me look at one of the lyrics to one of their songs, to the Smash Mouth song. Let's see. You throw one more piece of shit on the fucking stage, I'm going to come find your ass. I'm going to beat your ass, whoever the fuck you are out there. You want to be a badass? Come up here. Come on. Be a badass. Come on. You bring your ass on stage. Who's ever throwing shit at me? I'm telling you right now, I'll beat the fuck out of you. Okay, you're a pussy punk bitch. Okay, you're a pussy punk bitch. You're ruining the show for thousands of people right now. I'm going to walk right off stage. Guess what? You're going to pay for it, motherfucker. Okay, come on. Somebody throw one more thing at me right now. I'm going to find you. Then there's an interlude where it says security restrains him. And then he goes, if you're a man, you throw something at me right now, I'm going to walk out of here. I'm going to beat the fucking shit out of you, little pussy bitches, little pussy bitches. I'm Steve. Thank you.
Just another gig.
Just another show. Good night.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on.
Hey now,
you're a rock star. Get the show on. Get paid.
Finishes go. All right, I got some suggestions for Major League Baseball. Yeah, and that's what people want from me. They want suggestions for things. I already told you today. 1, don't protect the scrotum frog. That's out. Forget that. Baseball, great story. In the New York Times, it said fair balls and foul language. Fair balls and foul language. You know what that means? It means we're hearing what I heard on Major League Baseball. You're hearing the guys, you're hearing them swear, you're hearing them cuss, because guess what? There's nobody in the stands. Nobody.
So I thought they'd put a soundtrack in there.
Yeah,
soundtrack.
They do put a crowd in there, but guess what? The crowd doesn't cover up when there's no crowd.
Yeah.
So with no live crowd, here's just the headline on it. With no live crowd noise as a buffer at Major League Baseball games, the on-field sounds are much easier to hear on broadcast television and radio, and it's not all PG rated. And an example of it was this Joe Kelly said to Carlos Carrera that sparked the Dodgers-Astros fight. Astros manager Dusty Baker let the world know that, here's what Dusty Baker... on the Dodgers reliever Joe Kelly, what really enraged everybody was what he told Carlos when he struck him out. And you heard him say, "Nice swing, bitch."
Yeah.
And then Kelly walked away from the rubber. Mike caught someone saying, supposedly the Houston manager saying, "Get on the mound, you little fucker." And that came out on the broadcast. Okay, now. Okay.
It makes it a far more interesting game for me. I know that.
Say it again, Buzz. Now you got the point. That's the point. Right. That's the point.
To hear what they're actually saying, because they let it loose, man. They're playing ball. They don't care.
Right. That's the point. Why would you not want that? The most boring game in the history of sports. If I could watch these guys and hear it in its pure form, then that would be the greatest thing in the world.
And it goes with every aspect of the game. When you're batting, you want to hear what that guy says something every time he swings or takes a pitch. I want to hear them all.
Yes, why is it that we feel the FCC by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I get it when there are kids in the room, whatever, but maybe there's an option on your TV or your radio, whatever it is. You just say, hey, I want to hear the unedited version of Major League Baseball, and I want to hear what's the greatest thing of the NFL when they mic them up.
Right.
Isn't that the greatest thing when they mic them up? You can hear them talking. That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Why do you sound like you doubt what I'm saying about that?
Well, I'm just because I don't. In football, it's not the same because it's the game is so fast and so furious. You get a couple of words here and a couple of words there. Fuck you. Your mother's. Right. It comes and goes. And I remember I was disappointed when they first did it. They did it with a Giants lineman. I can't think of his name, Sam something. Anyhow, and I was so excited about it. But there's no conversation. There's a couple of there's just a couple of fuck yous, a couple of this, and a couple of
right.
But baseball, there's time. Let's talk. We got plenty of time, man.
Right. I think I agree, Buzz. There's two places where it really lends itself, where you will allow the players to speak and let us hear every word they're saying. One, probably the NBA with no crowd. The NBA, because those guys are trash talk all the time.
Right.
Jordan was the king of trash talk.
Right.
We get to hear that. Are you kidding me? It's magical. You get to hear it, okay?
Yeah.
Now, you get to hear that. Hockey, no. That's just too much skate noise. No, to me, NBA and MLB, no question about it. Major League Baseball, no question. And I'm going to do a report on this for NPR right now. Mac, will you count me in? Because I'm going to show people why this should be allowed in all MLB. If you want to keep Major League Baseball in the world we live in today, let us hear them swear.
And also in Major League Baseball, if they're going to talk to one another, they got to talk to somebody who's 20 yards away.
Right.
They got to jack it up so everybody hears.
We can hear it. That's the beauty of it, man. You can hear it. Okay, now, let me give you, this is an example. So I get a $50 stringer fee if I send a story to NPR, and I want to do it right now. This is really, just count me in.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the recording. Okay, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
This is John Francis Brandmeier for NPR. Fair. Can you edit Buzz laughing out of that? Yeah, because they're not going to take it. They're going to think they're not going to hold on a minute. And you know what?
Hear that.
The countdown doesn't have to be so intense. It's scaring me with the countdown.
I liked it. I got excited.
It scared me, Buzz. Go ahead.
This is serious stuff.
Okay. Go ahead. No, but this is a really important report because I'm going to tell you. I'm going to show you why it's great. Go ahead. Why we should hear them. Go. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm John Francis Brandmeier reporting for NPR. Fair balls and foul language. With no live crowd noise as a buffer at Major League Baseball games, on-field sounds are easy to hear on broadcast, and it's not all rated PC. But I believe it works. In the 1977 World Series, Tommy Lasorda agreed to be fitted with a portable microphone for a television feature. For a guy who would talk to anybody, anytime, the idea of being mic'd for a national television during the fourth game of the 1977 World Series against the New York Yankees seemed like a pretty good idea for Tommy Lasorda at the time. But how was he to know that Doug Rauch, who was starting despite pitching only one inning in the previous 3 weeks, would not be able to get out of the second inning in an eventual 4-2 loss? How was Tommy Lasorda to know that when he went to the mound, he would curse Rauch in a rage that is still heard Bleeps and all in all highlight films today. How was he to know? Imagine if we were to hear it this way every day. Unbeeped.
You give me a sign, Red, when I get out there. I'll mess around for some time. Okay? You can't get the left-handers out, for Christ almighty.
Feel good, Tommy.
I don't give a you feel good. There's 4 mother hits up there.
They all hit the opposite way.
I don't give a Well, I may be wrong, but that's my damn job. I'll make the decisions here.
That bad?
I'll make the decisions here, okay?
Looks like there were 3 runs on the board yesterday.
I don't give a
Hey, Tommy,
Don't give me any God damn it. I'll make the decisions. Keep your mouth shut. I told you.
It looks bad up here, man. Just back off the mound. You want to talk about it? Talk about it.
You talk about it in my office.
Then I wouldn't say that. I'm just saying, talk about it inside. This is not the place to be talking about it. Okay? That's all I'm trying to say.
It's great for you to be standing out here talking to me like that.
I would feel good. I wouldn't say
I don't give a Doug. I'm the manager of the team. I got to make the decisions. And I'll make them to the best of my ability. It may be the wrong decision, but I'll make it. Don't worry about it. I'll make the decision. I gave you a chance to walk out of here. I can't around. We're down 2 games to 1. If it was yesterday, it's a different story. I don't give a You've got three left-hand hitters, and they all got hits on you. Rivers, Jackson, and the other guy. They all got left. They all hit. That guy that just hit the ball was the left-hander, wasn't he? I don't give a whether you jammed him or not. He didn't get out. I can't let you out there in a game like this. I got a job to do. What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with you, says Tommy Lasorda, as he's talking to Doug Rau of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 1977 World Series. Now, if you could hear that realism when they walk up to the mound, don't you always wonder as they put the gloves in front of their face, what are they talking about? Yeah. What are they saying? Okay, now, as part of my report, hold on, let me go back to my report again, call me in again, because I'm going to bring the Doug Rau's version of it in. Doug Rau, actually, we talked to Doug Rau about what Tommy Lasorda said, and he didn't even remember it until we played it back to him. Go ahead, call me in.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Doug Rau, the man Tommy Lasorda was yelling at, was a left-handed pitcher born in Columbus, Texas, first-round draft pick of the Dodgers in 70, a fixture in the starting rotation for some great Dodger teams in the 70s. He would go on to win 13 or more games for 5 straight seasons. But in the 1977 World Series against the New York Yankees, Doug Rau ended up on the wrong end of a Tommy Lasorda tirade.
You know, those comments were not typical, but they're not atypical either. I mean, Tommy and I had as he did with everybody that came up, especially through the organization, had a very unique relationship, and I didn't find that so much out of the ordinary. Sure, we argued, but I really don't think that the choice of the words meant anything to me at the time at all. It was the nature of the argument. I didn't want to leave the game, and I was frustrated, and I wrongfully, said some things and stood up to the manager at a time when I shouldn't have, but I didn't take those words one way or the other.
What'd you say? You didn't want to leave the game?
I don't give a
You hear what he just said? He doesn't care if you want to leave the game. Right?
That's Tommy. He's the boss. I had no idea he was taped, and I don't really think he remembered at all that he had a battery pack in his behind.
Yeah, that's a good question, Doug. I'm thinking to myself, do you know this guy's taped? But listen, you're in the heat of battle. You're in the World Series. You're in Game 4 of the 77 World Series. You don't even get. This is the heat of battle. You don't have time to be nice to someone out on the mound. You have to say. He says what he has to say. But here's what I really enjoyed, Doug. What I really enjoyed was the fact that here is Tommy Lasorda, and Tommy's he comes at you, right? I mean, he's a pretty vociferous guy. He comes out, he says what he wants to say. But here you are in the middle of this crowd, nationally televised game, and there you are going, no, I don't want to go. I feel good.
If I can remember, and it was my fault that the conversation ended up the way it was. I mean, in all likelihood, I started it. I mean, Tommy wouldn't have come at me like that. That's not his style. But he certainly wasn't going to be upstaged or, had the finger pointed at him by me trying to buck his authority out there. And I understand all that, but I can't remember exactly everything that was said. I've heard this tape on a number of occasions, but not to the extent that I'm hearing it today. Obviously, he was going out of the dugout telling Red or Monty, look, I've got to get some time for the bullpen. I'm going to go out there and engage in a conversation. And the fact that he crossed the white line at third base and was coming to get me, I knew it. I said something, and I said, I'm not leaving. Whatever. Go back.
Go back. You don't tell Tommy Lasorda to go back. But wouldn't you love to hear it today? Major League Baseball, listen to me. If you want to make this thing, if you want to come into 2021, you want to come into the world we live in now, we've seen it all, we've heard it all. At least give us an option. Let us hear them swearing. Let us hear them talking. Let us hear it. What's wrong with that? I mean, they know what they're doing.
Well, I may be wrong, but that's my goddamn job.
That's right. He may be wrong, but I may be right. Thank you, Billy Joel. I had urged MLB to go. Instant request, archive.
Ken, instant request line is now open. Fogarty in the Love Dirt Lounge.
I requested that John play center field.
Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
The shit show.
This is the new Not Normal.
Hey, this is Jim Belushi, and I am so into Johnny B that I came here just to watch a master at work.
I smoke 2 joints in the morning. I smoke 2 joints at night. I smoke 2 joints in the afternoon. It makes me feel alright. I smoke 2 joints in time of peace and 2 in time of war. I smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints, and then I smoke 2 more. Oh, my daddy once told me, son, you be a hard-working man. Mama told me, do the best you can. But then one day I met a man who came to me and said, hard work good and hard work fine, but first take care of head. So I smoke 2 joints when I get up. In the limo I smoke 2 joints. I smoke a couple joints when I play video gaming at every 10,000 points. I smoke 2 joints in time of peace and 2 in time of war. I smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints, and then I smoke 2 more.
The Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Johnny B. Bluesman Brandmeier.
This is the new Not Normal.
Belushi just popped up. Wait a second. Uh-oh. Did I lose you?
Yeah, you lost me,
no,
man.
I didn't. I see it says James iPhone. I see it right there, mister.
Hold on. Goddamn phone.
Yeah, because you're on the weed.
Well, I'm doing the weed,
That's
man.
what's going on. You're blaming on the bud.
We're bringing in the herbal sedative. One thing society lacks is
blame it on the bud.
Let's make this funk dream come
on now.
Do what we will and can do. Place the Munson on the map and say,
blame it on the bud. Yeah. Come on, hit me now. That's right. That's why you can't get up in there. You're all on the weed in Oregon. Oh, man, look at you, Jimmy Belushi. You amaze me. Buzz Cummins at his house. Jimmy Max at his house. Jimmy Belushi's at his house. Wait a minute. Where are you right now exactly? Because who knows where you are.
I'm in Martha's Vineyard right now.
Oh, look at you in Martha's Vineyard now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the beach now, man. I'm sitting on the beach.
Oh, no, I don't think they talk like that in Martha's Vineyard.
Isolating, man. Isolating.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Now, I got to tell people what you're doing here because, well, first of all, it's a pleasure to see you again.
I miss you, Johnny. It's been a while.
Jimmy, come on. Give me a kiss. Look, I'm the ringmaster
Come on.
of the shit show.
Come on, man. Come on.
There you go.
We
Here we
grew
go.
up
Give me a
together
kiss.
in this business.
Jimmy Belushi. And now you know what he's doing. I don't even know if I told Buzz what you're doing. You're going to light up the Discovery Channel. That's what they're saying. with this new reality show.
I'm blazing, I'm blazing the channel with this show called Growing Belushi. On my farm in Oregon, I grow cannabis, legal, recreational, and municipal cannabis.
Welcome to Pot Talk. I'm Spec Wildhorse. That's Jim Belushi, the Discovery Channel. Growing Belushi, discovered on the Discovery Channel. The series launches on the 19th. Is that right, Jim? On the 19th?
Wednesday night, the 19th at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Very excited about it. It's going to be the only kind of show it's the first of its kind. I mean, it's very hard to get a show about cannabis on the airways because the advertisers are still nervous about it. But Discovery and Live Nation, Michael Rapino at Live Nation, who invested in this show, great visionary he is. I'm so grateful. And Discovery for taking the risk. This is going to be a big deal. Big deal for our industry and a big deal for cannabis.
I got to tell you, hey, somebody wants to get in the waiting room. It says Jacqueline Malone wants to get in the waiting room for this meeting.
Oh, she is my PR girl.
So do I have to look at her while she's on the screen? How do I get?
She's a beautiful girl.
Oh, that's great, but I can't do an interview with looking at you and having someone like babysit me.
No, she'll turn the camera off.
Okay.
Come on, you know Zoom.
No, honestly, you're the second Zoom I've done. I did Jimmy Buffett and you.
Oh, Jimmy, he's super cool, boy. He's into the bud.
Yeah, there. Well, wait. Go back to something. He's into the bud. Who would you have? He is. Okay. So, Jim, we know it's Growing Belushi. We know it's on the Discovery Channel. Now, we know that. That's wild. And you just said something was really wild because you said it was difficult for Discovery or anyone to say, let's do a show about growing weed at a cannabis farm in Oregon. And the fact that it's I would think it's even more difficult to open a business doing it right now with the feds and the legalization and the restrictions.
It's a difficult business because of the feds and the 280E tax law. There aren't really great profit margins in it, but the states are running it very well. Oregon is the OLCC, is the Oregon Liquor Control Commission. They have great compliance rules. Everything is very clean, very organic, no pesticides, safe. And they really are doing a great job. So is Colorado. And by the way, Mr. Pritzker himself did one of the great laws in Illinois with all kinds of sharing of revenues. And I'm going to be opening actually in September. Danny and I are coming with the Bluesmobile, and we're going to deliver our Blues Brothers working man's brand to grassroots new dispensary, 16,000 square foot in Skokie. So happy about that.
Wait. So you and Ackright are in on this. I saw him in the trailer, whatever it was. So wait, is there a Blues Brothers pot? Because you named the pot, right? Don't you have pot? You name these pots?
Yes, well, we have a brand called. Actually, the series is about me getting the Blues Brothers brand from Danny. I mean, one of the storylines. It's very good. The Blues Brothers, him and I perform in it. Danny's in it. Judy, my sister-in-law, is in it. John's widow. My family's in it. And there's nobody getting high in the show. It's not a stoner show. It's really a show about what is going on in this industry, the safety around it, and really opening up the people's minds that are very curious about this. People of our demo, the baby boomers that need the medicine.
I'm extremely curious about it. I was blown away by the way you're right about that. It is you, your family, the workers, the farm, the business. And as they say in Hollywood, it's got a heart. Don't they say that in Hollywood? It's got a heart.
Well, I can't do anything without heart, man. I'm a musician and a performer, and everything leads with the heart, right?
Hey, wait, listen, do you hear Buzz? Buzz has a turtle at home, and he gives it more water.
Come on.
I swear I got to hear it. I bet your turtle's high right now.
I can hear it, too. I forgot about the turtle.
The turtle's high.
I'll unplug the turtle.
You have to see. You know who you are, Jim Belushi? You're like the guy, you're like Kevin Costner in Yellowstone. That's your little ranch. That's a big-ass ranch.
Well, it's not quite Kevin's in Yellowstone, but it is. I got a big barn. I got 93 acres. I'm on the river. I'm in a little hidden valley. With nothing around me. It's gorgeous.
It is amazing.
Jim, at any point when you were putting that together, did you get in touch with Mike Tyson, who's also growing pot somewhere? And
well, I'm a little different. This is it took
you're a lot different. You're a lot different, Jim.
Yeah. But it took the people of Oregon to actually embrace me. It took them time because they thought I was a celebrity who was slapping on his name to make money. I'm not making any money. By the way, I'm a hit in Oregon because I'm breaking even.
Yeah.
But it took me a long time to establish my credibility as a grower. I'm a grower. I mean, I'm on the farm. You're keeping the soil at 64 degrees in order for the micronutrients to get into the roots, in order for the THC to rise. I like the temperature and the humidity set at a certain temperature. I cure it myself. I'm trimming it. I'm going into the stores. I'm selling it. I know the difference between THC, CBD, and the terpenes and the entourage effect. I mean, I'm a grower. I'm a farmer, opposed to Tyson and some other names that are just licensing.
Yeah, Buzz.
I think Mike Tyson started the farm because he just wanted to smoke the pot.
There you go.
Well, I'm not a heavy user at all.
Yeah.
I use it for microdosing. I have a strain called cherry pie that I call the marriage counselor.
And the effects of this are, what are they? What are the effects?
I'm charming. I'm available. I'm present. My wife is like, "Are you hungry? Yeah, let's go out to eat." Okay, where do you want to go? I said, "I'd like a cheeseburger." She, "Oh, that's too heavy for me. Anything else?" I go, "How about sushi?" "Oh, I ate sushi with my mom last night." I'm like, "Why are you wasting my time? You know we're going to go where you want to go and eat what you want to eat."
Are you married to my wife?
I take a little hit off my cherry pie.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I come downstairs and she goes, "Where do you want to go?" I go, "Baby, we can go to Taco Bell as long as you're staring at me." Aren't you being charming? So I call it the marriage counselor. It's a low THC, about an 18-19% THC, but a 3% terpene, which creates this entourage effect that just drops your shoulders.
Wow, look at you.
See,
no. I'm so glad you're saying this, Jim, because if I tried to explain to somebody what I saw in growing Belushi, they wouldn't believe it. And you're right. You know, here's the thing, though. I think when you come from a family like you do, a family like a big family, Midwest family, you know what? You work, you do it. My dad would always say, "You're going to do it right. You're going to work. You're going to play. And you go there, I can't imagine you just saying to those, especially those couple of nuts you got working for you there on that farm, hey, those guys, why don't you just go take care of it? I'll be in here. I don't see you doing that. You're really into it.
Take care of it myself.
Yeah.
And by the way, I've made a lot of mistakes. It's a big learning curve. I mean, I've been doing this for 5 years, and I believe I'm in my graduate school work right now. I mean, I've really studied the science. The medicine is unbelievable on how it helps veterans with PTSD. I got a friend who's a great harmonica player, great blues singer. He's paralyzed from the chest down, and his legs go into spasms. And there's a certain strain that I have that stops those spasms. You see the health benefits that are happening. That you don't need Ambien anymore. You don't need Xanax anymore. You don't need to drink within an inch of your life to stop the screaming inside. You can take a nice, safe hit or a little teeny piece of an edible, and it stops the screaming.
Wow. That's pretty amazing because, you just said you didn't do it recreationally. So did you, when you were growing up, did you, or before that, or when you were still growing? Did you know? But did you?
An old hippie man.
But did you grow pot? Did you grow pot?
No, never grew it.
Never. No. Did you know guys who did grow pot?
No.
Yeah.
No, back then in 68, 72, we were driving to Indiana to get that Indiana ragweed. That was terrible, and I got arrested for it, by the way. And it was like, you can't arrest me. This is no good.
Officer, you can arrest me if it was good pot, but it is horrible. This Indiana rag. It was called Indiana rag.
Indiana ragweed, we called it.
Anybody out there know where the Indiana rag is? Please give us a call. Indiana rag. Wow. So you drove to Indiana to get your pot. So that really never interested you. What about a farmer? Did you say someday I want to be a farmer? Because
no.
Well, it's just crazy.
I never thought about it. Although, I was born in Chicago, raised in Chicago, and then we moved to Wheaton, and my grade school is literally next to a farm. So we used to take the bales of hay and make forts out of them. And so, I mean, that's the only farming that I was involved with, playing in the farmer's field.
Right. So you never grew. But okay, some of the questions I would have to ask. So you have been doing this for a while. Did someone come to you and say, "Hey, Belushi, I got an idea. I know a guy that knows a guy that could get us into the pot business," like that?
Well, I bought this property, 13 acres on this beautiful river, which, by the way, we use that water to water our plants.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Then the farm behind me came up, was 80 acres, and I bought it, and I didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And that year was the legal, Oregon went legal on cannabis. I went, wow, it's a new agriculture. Let's try it. And Danny Aykroyd put me in touch with Captain Jack.
Yeah.
Captain Jack.
Listen to the stories.
Captain Jack went to Afghanistan in 71 and 72 and pulled the seeds from the Kush Mountains from a village called Masha Al-Sharif, and brought it back, and he's been growing it from seed to flower for 40 years. So it's an original land-raised strain. But how Danny knew him was he was the weed dealer for SNL in the 70s. He was known as the smell of SNL.
Oh, my God. So Captain Jack is the smell of SNL. Go ahead. So you're saying there's a hallway when he walks in, you can smell him?
The hallways were filled with smoke, you know.
Wow.
And I smoked it, and it's really stimulating creativity-wise. And I could see these guys hanging out just like we are right now, just jumping over each other, creating. So I can see coneheads coming out of that, for sure.
Hey, man, I got an idea. I'll put a cone in my head.
Yeah, right? And everybody laughs, and
that's
all of a sudden
awesome.
it's a piece.
Yeah, on national television. Man,
Yeah, right?
oh, man. That is so...
Captain Jack.
Captain Jack is... But isn't there a point in the show, at least in the first one, the stuff that I saw, where you walk in the room and he says, "Get the fuck out of here"? What's his deal? He's got his little stash. He's protecting this little area.
Yeah, well, it's a big learning curve, John.
Yeah,
we did film it. It goes from clones, and then when 10 days it starts to root. Then you put it in a small pot, it roots more. Then you put it in a half-gallon, then a gallon pot, and a 5-gallon pot, and then you take it in the field. But in that process, it's indoor under lights, vegging, they call it. And we sprayed it with neem, which is an Indian neem tree, and its oil has been used for centuries in India to keep pesticides off the plants. And it's good for about 400 or 500 different kinds of insects. But it is 100% organic, and it's phototoxic. So I sprayed the plants, and my daughter called, and I walked out, and I left the lights on, and it burned 400 of his
Oh, man, yeah.
That's why he's screaming at me.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it really happened. By the way, we go to Columbia in this.
Yeah, what? Wait, hold on a minute. You're not talking about Missouri. You're talking about Columbia.
We went on a hunt for the Santa Marta gold that Danny Aykroyd said, if you get this, we'll give you the Blues Brothers. And so Chris and I went down there, and we improvised for 9 days. We had 29 hours of footage of me and Chris walking the streets, looking for Pablo, going through the mountains, looking for seeds. We got in. There was a scene that just happened in front of us, John. I mean, you couldn't ask for it, but there are 150,000 people in the streets of Medellin, not protesting, but it was like a smoke out.
Yeah.
Saying this should be legalized. And Chris and I were right in the middle of it with cameras. And then there was a gunshot, and there were people running. And I got it all on film, and it's about 40 minutes of the whole show at this Columbia thing. It's really exotic and cool and moving, by the way.
I have to tell you, I don't think I really want to go to Columbia. I watched Narcos about 10 times.
Different. No, it's nice there.
Yeah, but what you just said, you said you were walking around.
About 7 years ago, they made a deal with the rebels in the mountains, and there is peace there. And it is flourishing. It's cosmopolitan. Medellin is one of the most beautiful cities in Colombia. It was very safe. I spoke at a cannabis convention in Cartagena So that's why I went. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful country. People are very nice.
And you came back, and it's so funny because you were saying you were looking for this particular weed that Dan Aykroyd said. He sent you off like a golden retriever. Hey, go get me this pot in Colombia, and if you come back with it, I'll give you the Blues Brothers.
You know what? It's like the Wizard of Oz. It's like, go get the broom.
Yeah.
And I'll let you go home,
Yeah. Did you find what you were looking for, Jim?
Yes.
You found the pot. Now, this pot that he wanted so badly, why did he want this pot, this particular pot?
He says to me in the show, he says, look, I know you want to use the Blues Brothers, and you are a Blues Brother, and it is your brother and Judy, and we love each other, and it's family. But he goes, what kind of strain has a legend that would match the legend of the Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
He said, in Colombia, there's a strain called the Santa Marta Gold. If you can get that strain, I will give you my half of the license.
It sounds like an Aykroyd thing. It sounds like
right?
Yeah, it sounds like it's perfect.
He goes into much more detail in the show about the Punto Rojos and the Mango Biche and where he discovered it. But the Santa Marta Gold was in the 70s when the first time we actually got good pot. Remember all that Mexican weed and the Indiana ragweed. And then there was this Colombian weed that came in with no seeds, and it was the Santa Marta Gold. So it was a very popular strain in the 70s.
Well, what are these particular, right now that you go in growing Belushi on your Oregon farm, when you're out there and you're selling this, putting this pot into the world, what is it? Give me the healing benefits of it. Because, I'm not a pot smoker. Never have been, never, ever in my life.
So, there's a lot of things, but I really believe there was this little Asian woman in Portland. I was smoking a cigar outside the hotel, 11 o'clock at night, and she had an old jumpsuit on or sweatsuit on, carrying a bag, and it was obvious she was homeless. And she started screaming, Johnny, at the top of her lungs, like she was being stabbed. Wow. And this poor street person, I thought, you know what? If I could just give her a little bit of an edible, maybe it would stop the screaming.
Wow.
So I believe that all of us are screaming inside. We're all suffering from some kind of trauma, whether it's a loss of a sibling like me, an early loss of a parent, a divorce, a severe illness in the family, a loss of a big job. Divorce is a huge trauma that happens to children. And I believe that we are all screaming inside. And the difference between you and me and this girl on the street, she lost her management skills. So we choose to we manage our screaming. How? We have a drink. We have 2 drinks.
Yep.
We'll take a Xanax. We'll take an Ambien to go to sleep. We'll over-exercise. We'll gamble. We'll do all these things that help us manage our screaming. For me, the cannabis helps manage that scream in the most safe, generous, non-violent, non-toxic way. There's a generosity of spirit. The wellness of cannabis is not just for Alzheimer's, seizures, headaches, PTSD, but it also enhances creativity, the sound of music, the taste of food, the touch of your lover's skin, but it's also nonviolent, Johnny.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel good, and it's joyous, and this is all the wellness of cannabis. But I meet veterans that get bottles this big, John, with 600 Oxycontin for their PTSD from the hospital.
Unreal.
And they get off of it, and they use these strains so they can talk to their families again. They can sleep. It's just a beautiful pathway to healing.
I like the one about the wife. I think Lisa's going to want me to get some of that right away.
Well, I sold out in 2 months of that because I told that story.
Yeah.
I told that story at my harvest party.
Yeah.
And women were coming into the dispensary going, where's that marriage counselor? He needs it.
There you go. The cherry pie. And Buzz, may I ask, and Jimmy Mack, why do you smoke pot? Do you smoke pot to get high? Or you smoke pot for your eyes? Whatever you say. What? Huh?
For all the reasons Jim was listing and about 100 more.
Because you work with me and you're screaming inside. Is that what you're saying?
Well, screaming inside, Crohn's disease it helps with. It relieves pain in joints. It relieves the malaise of depression of baby boomers aging instead of drinking all day.
Yeah. Maybe I gotta start smoking.
It's beautiful. And the great thing is I'm going to come to Illinois.
Yeah. At Skokie, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna bring the marriage counselor.
Yeah, it's really weird. We're all over the world now, man, with this stream we got. And we got people in like Panama and New Zealand and sending me emails. So I don't know where you're going with this, but I couldn't be happier for you. You seem like you're just getting it. And the naked swimming in the river. It's all fantastic. It's all fantastic. It's really unbelievable. But you go back to something seriously, on a serious note again. You said, and Dan brought it up, and you said, you brought up the Blues Brothers, you brought up John, of course. And at one point you were saying, or I read, or Dan said it, that if John had been a pothead, he would still be alive. I
believe that.
Yeah, why do you say that though? Why did Dan say that?
Because I believe that John was middle linebacker. He was 5'7", middle linebacker, had the most tackles in the history of our school. He would get his bell rung constantly. Then they would send him back in. He had a seizure in our house. I believe now what we know about CTE is what John was suffering. And I think he was constantly in search of medicine. And the medicine that he was choosing was pot was a drug back then. So they all kind of grouped together. Cocaine, pot, LSD. Now we know pot as a medicine. And those others are drugs. That's why pot, marijuana, cannabis should be coming off of Schedule 1 and leave LSD and cocaine on Schedule 1.
Yeah.
Because I believe that would have helped with his CTE. That's what I believe. I believe if he wasn't pothead, he'd be alive.
Yeah, it is weird. It is. You're right. And there's still guys actually in prison, in jail, doing jail time for getting picked up for smoking pot.
There's a guy, Michael Thompson in Michigan right now. He got sentenced to 40 to 60 years in Michigan for 3 pounds of marijuana. He served 25 years so far, totally destroyed his family. And he's 65 years old. And right now, this guy's got COVID. He's in a prison hospital with COVID. Wow. I mean, we're selling it. People are smoking it. It's legal. And there are 40,000 people incarcerated for nonviolent cannabis crimes in our jails, just in the U.S. So I'm part of the Last Prisoner Project, and we're trying to bring these people out.
It's unbelievable. It is really, when you think about it, it is unbelievable. What you're doing is unbelievable. Growing pot, it's an amazing little story of yours, man. I can't get over it.
Well, you know what, Johnny? It's called growing Belushi. It's not called growing pot.
Did I call wait a minute. I didn't say. Did I say it was called growing pot? I said
no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not correcting you. I was just making a point.
Yeah, I know.
I would never correct you, Johnny. Johnny, would I do that to you? Would I ever make you wrong? I love you, Johnny.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I wanted to make sure I wasn't saying the name of the show wrong. Yeah.
Always right.
Don't forget.
Even when you're wrong, you're right.
Thank
Johnny.
you. Well, you know what? I mean, if you would watch Dragnet, and more often when you were growing up, you would have paid attention to it, maybe you wouldn't be growing pot.
No, I'm not going to give you a lecture. I don't have the time. I'm just going to lay it out for you straight. Now, you listen to me.
All right, now you're
you keep me around with marijuana long enough, and you're going to buy yourself a lot of grief. After a while, marijuana won't be enough. You'll start looking for a bigger kick, and then a bigger one after that.
That's right.
And all of this is going to go down the tube.
That's right.
Your job, your house, car,
Tell
family,
Belushi.
everything.
Tell
We've seen it
Belushi
happen before, and not just to the neurotics and psychotics that wife of yours talks about, but the nice, clean-cut kids from good families with good educations.
You could do the same thing if he said alcohol.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because alcohol can destroy families. Pot's not destroying anybody.
Buzz, didn't vodka ruin your family?
Tore my family apart, Jimmy.
Yeah.
That's all.
Addiction, man. Addiction is a
vodka tore it apart.
But it's called growing Belushi because I grow along with it from my own trauma.
That's right. Yeah, you brought up your family too. You know, so when you say to the family, "Hey, got an idea. I'm going to move to Oregon. We're going to get a pot ranch going." What is the general? Does your wife need the cherry weed to the cherry pie?
Well. We have a very funny scene in the first episode, actually, where the family confronts me about going into the business. It's a very, very funny scene. I don't want to wreck it, but
wow,
yeah.
So, in general, would you say split decision in the Belushi family? Split?
My daughter supported me.
Yeah, okay.
My wife was okay about it, but
Yeah.
she was just like, "What? Aren't you going to act?" I said, "But doing the show, I am acting. I'm bringing everything I've ever done up and including it, so it's all together."
Right. And let's be clear though. Wouldn't you say you acting has got to be easier than this? What I'm watching is to run a farm and run a business and have these employees and go around and try to sell this stuff in this environment, especially, it's got to be easier just to go on the set, isn't it?
Not now, because there's nobody on the set.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm kind of glad I'm doing this.
You know what? Maybe those are the things that we look at within this pandemic. We go, well, I wouldn't be doing this so much if that was still normal. You know what I mean? So you got football canceled. You got things going. You know what? What else are you going to do? You're going to smoke pot and get it from Belushi. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, get it from Belushi. Blues Brothers working man's brand.
We're going to get a call from some guy listening in Indiana.
Yeah, first of all, tell Jim Belushi you can kiss my ass. I'm the guy that sold the Indiana weed. I'm the guy that did it. And I don't even know why he would say something like that, man. That's just bullshit. Because he was down there every weekend.
There he was.
That is bullshit. I want that guy's number. I want to track him down.
He would come down there rolling. I could hear Belushi coming. He had the quad sound in his truck. He was playing Dark Side of the Moon.
Whoa, my ear went out.
Oh, he lost his ear. Oh, man.
Hello?
Hey, can I ask you,
Hold on, Johnny.
Okay.
My earphone went out.
That's the Zoom world we're in.
Shit.
I'll give you a plug while we're waiting for it. Yeah, man.
Because, every celebrity that you run across in the media now is sponsoring CBD stuff, oils, gummy bears.
But that's not this, though. This is
that's growing. That's just endorsing.
I hear you.
Yeah, you're not. They're endorsing. You ought to see this ranch. It's beyond belief. You should see. It's fun to watch Jim Belushi just like me. I feel like I always watching Buffett screw up his Zoom, watching me screw up my Zoom. It's just endearing because this is the world we're in, and we cannot get out of it. And there he is, popped up. I see you,
Johnny.
You got to see him, man. Jimmy
can't hear you, brother.
Jimmy's just looking around. He's in Martha's Vineyard. He's moving around in his room, and it keeps going up.
Oh shit!
It's so funny, and I don't think he still knows he's on. Do you hear him? Let's just listen to him for a second.
Been working all day.
Can you hear me? Don't leave me. When you hear Dark Side of the Moon, you know you've reached me. Dark Side of the Zoom. He's connecting to audio. Hey, he can't.
I want to apologize for that unprofessional move. I set everything up properly, and it's a digital world, Johnny. Sorry.
Hey, listen, this is what I was saying about. It was the same exact thing. 30 minutes, Jim, I kid you not. 30 minutes, me and Buffett trying to hook up. Just me and him. Like there was no people, we couldn't, and he was, I can't get it, man. I can't, whatever it was.
Oh.
And so, but this is the world we're in. This is the world we're in. And that's what we got to do.
Okay, well, I feel better now that Jimmy Buffett fucked up.
Yeah, exactly right. That's exactly right. And he wasn't smoking.
And it was huge, too.
It was
a huge fuck up.
It wasn't. Yours was simple. He was like, and I'm sitting there, I'm going, oh, shit. Oh, what do I do now? Do I put him over here? And he's going, no, it's my fault, man. I got to do it. Would you say Jimmy's like one of the nicest guys out there?
Oh, man, I jammed with him before.
Yeah.
He is one of the greatest gentlemen. What a voice and a soul and a magical man. I love him.
Yeah, you're right. And that's the way I consider you. The same kind of guy. You're true blue. You're the real deal. There's no bullshit. You're Jimmy Belushi. That's you.
No, I love you, Johnny.
I love you. I tell you. Hey,
Johnny, you and I have gone back 30, 40 years now. We're talking.
Yep.
And you have been the most joyous interviews I've ever had.
Well, that's kind because I love talking to you. And I do remember very clearly bringing your mother up on stage with our band. And she was a crack up. Your mom was a crack up. Buzz, do you remember Mrs. Belushi coming up on the stage?
I wasn't at that gig.
Oh, my God. It's so funny. Agnes was so funny.
Oh, man, we have the joke in the family. Go, don't ag me. Don't Agnes me.
Yeah. She's long gone, right?
Aggressive, aggravating.
Yep.
She's so funny, though.
Yeah. Ag. Wait a minute. So all the Agnes have aggravating, aggressive, agonizing. Yeah, she was something else, man. She was a great. I see it, though, in that family. I see it in you. You guys were raised right. I don't care what you say. And Jimmy, you bring up Buffett. You said right up front in the interview that you had smoked some pot with Jimmy Buffett. Who would you say other than, Willie Nelson? When I think of pot, here's what I think of. You tell me, and I'll say the name. I think of Willie Nelson. You smoke pot with Willie?
No, I'm not a big smoker, Johnny.
So, okay, wait. So that's what they go back to that again. So you're not. If Willie and Snoop Dogg want you to come into the trailer to just smoke whatever it is they've got, you're not going to smoke it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I would take. This is what I recommend for non-smokers: is I would take one puff, fill my mouth, blow half out, and take half in, and wait. Because those guys have high THC levels in their bodies. They can smoke like some killer stuff and still be talking, and me, it would put me on the couch.
Yeah, okay. This is the problem, Jim. Here's what I'll give you my two examples. One, a buddy of mine said, just take a hit of this. And I took it, all right, whatever. So I took a hit, and then he said, dude, you got to let it out. I was, and then he goes, let it out. And I go, oh, I swallowed it. Like I just inhaled it. And then I go, oh man, my throat hurts. I'm not going to ever do this again. But one other example, which was the weirdest one ever. My wife was going through cancer. Okay. She's cancer free.
Now you're talking like.
Yes. And I'll tell you something right now, Jim, I got to tell you something. This stuff literally saved her brain. I'm telling you. But here's the weird thing about my experience with that. So here's Lisa. We had friends of ours was that my phone or your phone?
That was my phone.
Okay. And we had friends of ours, right? And they said to Lisa, listen, you can't go through this chemotherapy, you can't go through this pain. Just try these brownies. Brownies, okay? So
no.
But she took, let me just tell you though, real quick. So she took the brownies, and then we put them in the freezer, and one night I came in and grabbed a piece of that brownie thinking I'm looking for some dessert, grabbed that brownie, and I go, oh, it's just pot out. Let's just try it.
No.
I thought my legs were gone.
Johnny, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about edibles.
Yes.
Never, ever take a homemade cookie or brownie, ever.
What?
Always buy an edible from a recreational dispensary, because those edibles go through stringent testing and mixing and content. When you get a bar, it says 100 milligrams. You break it off to 10. You break it off to 5. You break it off to 2.5. It's all about dosing. And that homemade stuff will put you out. Now, for the cancer victim, some of that heavy stuff is very important for them. But I would still go to a dispensary and get measured chocolates. Like Bang chocolate is a great chocolate. It's not only is it a great chocolate, but it's a great mix and great science behind it. Everything is about microdosing, and the reason people don't go back to cannabis is because they've had that experience of eating somebody's brownie and got knocked out on the couch for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Well, after chemo. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's beneficial things in RSO oil, these highly concentrated full spectrum oils. You take one little teeny drop while you're doing the chemo and radiation. It's better than doing any of those opiates. My opinion only.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard those edible stories forever.
Yeah, so that's not unusual. I just thought it was me, like not being used to it. I literally thought where'd my legs go? My legs they're messed up. I can't. I
know guys, and I don't know if Jimmy Buffett is like this, but I got a friend of mine, Steven, in Oakland. I mean, he'd eat 2 of those just to start his day, but he's been doing it for 14 years, so his THC level is. But I'm a novice.
Yeah.
Really.
That's definitely what I am. That was what I was, and that's what I'm probably going to stay. But you never know. You never know because.
Well, I'm telling you, Johnny, that cherry pie. That
Okay, sure. All right. No, I'm not kidding you. I will. I swear to God, I'm going to try cherry pie. Now, if I do it like you said, take one hit, right?
Right.
And then tell me when to let it out. Will you watch?
No.
Can we zoom it? Can I do it on
Fill
Zoom?
your mouth.
Jim, can I do it on Zoom?
Mouth.
Okay, wait. Can I do it on Zoom with you? You'll
fill your mouth, blow half out, and then take in the other half, and then blow it out. You don't have to hold it. It activates immediately. It's an old myth to hold it.
Well, okay. All right, I'm going to do it. Where do I get it again? I have to get it at the Belushi Ranch?
Well, you got to come to Oregon to get the cherry pie, buddy.
I love Oregon. I got to tell you, that Rogue River, baby, are you kidding me? That's so beautiful. I'm in a minute. We'll do a show live from the Rogue River Ranch, from the Belushi Ranch.
There, you know.
Let's do that.
I got a stage.
Oh, I would love to do that.
Yeah, we got a band up there. We do a whole live thing there, man. Hell yeah.
Let's do that.
I would love that.
And then that day, I'll do the cherry pie.
And I'll have 6 cameras on you.
No, we got to do it for a reason. I got to do it for some reason. I'll do it. So, and you're saying the minute I take this cherry pie, and whoever goes and wants to buy this from the Belushi Ranch or wherever wait a minute, what do? Go door to door? How do you sell this stuff? You go to these dispensaries, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a tough business because other guys are also growing pot, and so it's sort of like, do you have to haggle with the guy? Hey, come on, how much is this?
Man, there's a whole scene of the TV show where I haggle with one of the dispensary guys. It's really funny.
So you go in,
very real.
So what? You take a bag of pot, or you take your sampling of your best weed or whatever he might want, and you say, "What are you going to give me for this?"
Well, there's a going price. It depends on the time of year. Like summer right now, all the fall stuff is gone. The dispensaries are dying for weed. We can get a lot more if we hold out. There's Croptober, when all the outdoor plants are harvested. So there's a lot of weed. So they can get $500 a pound compared to $2,200 a pound right now. But then there's states like Michigan that are paying $4,500 a pound. Illinois is a very high price per pound because of the limitation. You have to be vertically integrated from farm to distribution, manufacturing distribution to the store. So there's not every gram they grow sells, you know. Amazing. It's like it is. It's business. And I was telling Jacqueline there that you're doing a hell of a good job. Though it's amazing to watch you go through this, and I couldn't be happier for you, as I said. And I cannot wait to go to I cannot wait to go to Oregon to go to your ranch and take some use your miles. Use your miles. Get on a plane and go. Jim, I haven't been out of the house and I don't even know how long, so I don't know what. And by the way, do people find that maybe some of the pot you might be growing, or people who have COVID? Have you had anyone smoking pot with COVID? Was that helpful? I don't know anything about that. I don't know if there's any research on that. I really don't know. I can't speak to cannabis and COVID. I can speak to cannabis and pain relief, anxiety relief, PTSD, Alzheimer's, cancer benefits. That's a lot. Spasms, epilepsy. There's many benefits, and we're finding more and more and more. And actually, Israel is doing some great research on the cannabinoid. Cannabinoids work like this. You got to think of your body as an apartment building. All right, go ahead. You're in your apartment. Yeah. And you hear the neighbor screaming. Right? They're yelling. The neighbor, they got music going on. You get up, you go knock on the door. And they open the door and they go, yeah. And you go, hey, man, you guys are getting a little loud. Can you bring it down a little bit? And they go, oh, sure. You got to think of your body. The cannabinoids are doing that to all the buildings. They're quieting down your system. Cannabinoids, you have endocannabinoids in your body, and they represent the part of your anatomy that gives you homeostasis. Think of it as like a little ball with a hole in it all over. Wow. So cannabis has cannabinoids, which fit into that hole in the endocannabinoid. and it slows the rushing of the PTSD, the trauma that goes to your brain. It slows everything down and it relaxes. People use it to sleep, just CBD alone.
Yeah.
Although I think CBD and THC is a better entourage effect.
Paging Dr. Belushi. I mean, you sound like a doctor right now.
Everybody in your building.
Okay, so I'm in an apartment. I'm in the building. I hear ladies.
Go next door.
Get up. Take off. Right. Hey, and then I light up. Which one do I light up? What strain am I lighting up? Well, it doesn't matter.
No, that one, you give her an edible.
Hey, lady, take this edible and shut up.
Yeah, here's a piece of chocolate, honey.
Hey, baby, come here. Come here. I got something for you. You're going to love it. No, listen to me. You're going to love it. Yeah, you're going to love it. Take this. Shh. There she goes. She's quiet. Jim, don't wake her. Jimmy, don't wake.
Give her that brownie that you took out of your freezer.
Hey, lady, how you doing? Okay now? This Jim Belushi. Jim Belushi's got a show on Discovery. It's called Growing Belushi. Oh, yes, that's Jim. No, Jim Belushi. It's Jim Belushi. No, he gave you the pot. You shut your mouth. Okay. All right, there we go.
Give her some cherry pie.
Cherry pie. I cannot wait. It's on record now. Make a note of this. We are going to go somewhere down the line when we are free to go. We are going to go to Jim Belushi's ranch in Oregon on the Rogue River, and we're gonna do a show from there, and then we're going to smoke cherry pie.
You and I, we're gonna have a little cherry pie dessert.
You know what the weirdest thing is? No lie. My favorite dessert of all time is cherry pie.
Cherry pie.
I swear to God, I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you.
You know who else likes cherry pie?
Who?
David Lynch. It's all through Twin Peaks. Coffee and cherry pie.
I don't know what it is, and you got to have the coffee with it. I love a little cup, like to go to an old diner, have a cup of coffee, cherry pie.
You got to have a little coffee.
Nothing better than that. All right, what are you going to do? Are you going to spear seals out in Martha's Vineyard now after we hang up? What are you going to do?
No, I'm going to leave the seals to the sharks. It is Shark Week,
Oh, that's right.
And I'm a little, Martha's Vineyard, they filmed Jaws here. So, it's,
That's pretty
I'm
weird.
a little nervous.
Hey, speaking of Tyson, did you see that in Shark Week he's he's boxing a shark? No, for real. Jim, I swear, just Google it. Tyson is boxing a shark in...
Well, that's what they say. You give a shark a shot in the nose and it goes.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to take a shot from Tyson if I was a shark.
Did you ever hear the Robert Schimmel bit? The comedian named Robert Schimmel. He said, you're supposed to hit a shark when you see it in the water. You're supposed to punch it in the nose. He goes, so what do you hit you see the shark, you punch it in the nose, and the shark goes, I wasn't going to eat you, but now I got no choice. I'm going to look bad in front of the other sharks. I wouldn't punch a shark. I don't care what you say. Do you go in that water? Do you go out there in that water and swim in the ocean?
Oh, I go out all the time, every day. I was there this morning. I ran the beach and jumped in the water.
Look at you. Look at this guy. You are living a life, man. I'm loving it.
You're living a life,
You're
Johnny.
living a life, baby. Cherry pie for me. And I guarantee you my wife's going, oh, my God, that's the best thing I ever heard. You on cherry pie. Just shut up. Just shut up. If you, Jim Belushi, will it shut him up for just a minute? Just a minute. Just let me know if you'll just shut up, please. Hey,
Shut up, Belushi.
Do you play shut up. Do you play music to these plants? Because you always hear where you're supposed to make a plant grow.
No. Yes, that's very important.
What?
I got speakers in every greenhouse. I play baby making music in the morning.
What's that?
I play like Marvin Gaye, Penny Tendergrass, and then around noon I start putting a little reggae on.
Yeah.
And then after the reggae I go to blues and funk.
Wow.
And then when I harvest them, I play gospel music for them because these ladies are going into the light to heal.
Hey, that is just, are you smoking right now? Because you are just crazier. You're crazier than ever. But okay, here's a song you could play. I just thought about this while you were saying it. This is sexy. It's got sex in it, as you said, for the, would plant need this, the plants that need the sex music. What is it?
The plants that need the sex
music? Yeah, you said some plant needs sexual music.
No, all the girls I play that sexual healing for.
Oh, okay, but what about this one? Perfect for your show, Growing Belushi.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's
do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. You and me, baby, we're nothing like mammals. Do it like they do it on Discovery Channel. Come on. Everybody. How about that? Yeah. Now Discovery Channel. Yeah.
I don't play porno music for him.
That's not
play
porn.
sexy music for him.
That's not porn music. That is not porn music. That was really good music. So,
That was really good.
Do you really believe, though, that is something that actually helps plants grow, plants or any plant?
Oh, yeah. They really take to being, by the way, you think you're imposing yourself on these plants that can kind of control their growth.
Right.
But when you get close to them, they end up taking you over. I mean, these plants have taken me on a journey to find myself, Johnny, that it's just been a beautiful experience.
Yeah, it is interesting. It is wild. The family's in on it. Belushi's in on it. Judy Belushi's in on it. Dan Aykroyd's in on it. Your family's in on it. Whether they like it or not, they're in on it. You have a couple of cantankerous people that I noticed in the trailer. There was that dude, that Captain Jack. He seems a little cantankerous. I wouldn't want to jack with him. No pun intended.
No.
Wasn't fun. And then that other guy that smokes about 1,000 cigarettes like my old man used to smoke and pile them up in the ashtray.
My cousin Chris.
What's wrong with him? He seems angry all the time. What's wrong with that dude? Yeah, you tell him. He seems like he's just all right.
Because he drinks so much coffee and smokes so many cigarettes. I don't think God, and he's so nervous. He's a perfect foil for me, by the way. Wait till you see the Columbia stuff. It's so funny. He's so funny in it.
I cannot wait to see it.
Never been on camera before, this guy, ever.
That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of right there of growing Belushi. The people who have never been on camera, you can always tell when they're trying to work the camera. You shoot something like in L.A., you shoot something in Chicago, they're real. Shoot something in Oregon, the farm, they're real, man. You're getting it.
Real.
Yeah, I love it. I totally love it. And why don't you give your cousin there some of that cherry pie? Seems like he could use a couple of hits.
You know what? I do recommend it to him from time to time when he starts getting anxious. I go, why don't you just take a little something, man?
All right, man. Listen. Let me just make sure we're clear on what's going on. Jim Belushi is going to light up the Discovery Channel. I like that term. It's good. A new reality series about his new weed business, Growing Belushi, on the Discovery Channel, launches on the 19th, right?
Correct.
August 19th. You were following my finger. I was just pointing up to the sky. I don't know why. Jim Belushi's family, everybody's there. 93-acre farm, Rogue River, Southern Oregon. Fantastic. It is, just say whoa, man. It is a pleasure. We're happy to have you here. Everybody's happy. Except her.
Shut her up.
She does not like you one bit. This lady. Okay. He's leaving. He's leaving. All right, lady. Jim, say goodbye to her. Just tell her you're leaving. Oh, my God. Goodbye. Oh, shut up. Oh, my God. There he is, the one. Jim, love you, man. Congratulations. You go for it.
It's so wonderful to be with you, man.
Thank you, guys. So long. Jim Belushi. There we go. Come on, sing. Not you. Don't you sing. No.
He's not in the band, John. He's not in the band.
Shut up.
Get her out of the band.
She's out. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Come on.
There we go.
There we go.
There's the horn.
That's the band right there, baby. Yeah. There. Oh, man, you can't help but jumping around to that music.
Look at this guy now, man. That girl screaming got my dog all upset.
Oh, my God. Look at that dog. Look at that dog. Goodbye, dog. Goodbye, Jimmy boy. All right, man. What a day, man. Woo. Discovery Channel.
Was he dressed like a farmer?
Nope. No, he was in Martha's Vineyard, so he was just like in a shirt and glasses, and looked like he was just as tan as could be. He swims naked in the Growing Belushi series, which is you got to see that to believe it. Yeah. What? Oh, that's it. Hey, Mac, you made a joke about that when I said we might be talking to Belushi, like go to the ranch.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's happening.
Yeah. He has a stage.
Yep.
He seemed totally psyched by the idea.
Yep.
I'm in.
There's no question. There's absolutely no question about it. I mean, we sit there, and that's when I'll smoke cherry pie.
And that'll be the end of that show.
And it's got to be at the very, or we do the whole show on whatever that is. So anyway, but I saw a river. There's water in it. I noticed that. Can somebody help Johnny, please? Get it more. No, I'm always, even when I was bringing that up, like it's like pot talk. It's not pot talk. He's going in a different direction.
Yeah. But when we get there, it'll turn into pot talk.
It won't be the plan, but when we get there, we will.
Blame it on the bud.
What happened to the show? I don't know. He smoked Cherry Garcia. I don't know what it was. That's what. Oh no, there is an ice cream named Cherry Garcia.
Yeah.
And cherry pie. I love Cherry Garcia. Cherry pie. All right, that's that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Blame it on the buzz. Out.
We're on a mission from God. We're on a mission from God. We're on a mission from God. We're on a mission from God.
It's all going to pot, whether we like it or not. Best I can tell, the world's gone to hell and we're all gonna miss it a lot. Oh, the whiskey in Lynchburg, Tennessee just couldn't hit the spot. Got $100 bill, you can keep your pills, friend, it's all going to pot. I got $100 bill, you can keep your pills, friend, 'cause it's all going to pot.
I'd like to thank Jonathan Brandmeier. Thank you.
Thanks, Johnny.
I want to thank Jonathan Brandmeier.
Thank you, Jonathan Brandmeier.
Thanks a lot, Brandmeier.
That'll do it for this edition of the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast. Listen to Johnny B streaming and get Showcast episodes on demand at BrandmeierShow.com. You can also get Brandmeier on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and just about anywhere podcasts can be found. Be sure to subscribe, and if you like what you hear, leave a 5-star review. Follow us for news, updates, links to the latest episodes, and more at BrandmeierShow.com and Facebook.com/Brandmeier Show. Leave Johnny B a voicemail at 833-LOON line. That's 833-566-6546. The Loon Line's open 24 hours a day for entertaining, not complaining. I'm Jimmy Mack. Hey, if you're into Star Wars, check out my show, Rebel Force Radio, featuring Star Wars news, commentary, and celebrity interviews at rebelforceradio.com. Thanks for listening to the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast, in the air, everywhere. Kalik.
Adios.